Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Binder. Can we see Matt, or is that not gonna?
I'm coming right on right now. Let me. Yeah, 1 second. There we go.
Why isn't my out of the blue? This thing doesn't work now. Jeez, oh Pete, what the heck?
Civilization collapses around us.
Let me try this. Let's see if this one works. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Whoa, Matt Binder. What? Geez, where are you contacting us from? Outer space?
Yeah, this is, well, I see you've never once watched the Doomed live stream.
Oh my God. No, I have. Well, I've seen it on Twitter, but I didn't really, what do you got going there? How do you have it all black behind you?
I don't know. I'm just streaming, from the corner of my 1-bedroom apartment where there's 2 children and a cat. And and the wall behind me isn't all that great.
I don't know.
But listen, it feels weird that I'm talking with you and I'm not in the office when I'm on the show. So I think I could fix that. Let me see. Pandemic be damned.
Oh, good. Sweet.
There we go.
That's fantastic. Well done. Damn.
But, it's like I'm there. It's like I'm there.
Why is it that Binder can figure this out, but Michael can't? Well,
I think you know the answer to that one.
Yeah, that's not so hard of a question.
Now, where did you get that image? Had you taken a picture of that image, or?
I had taken a picture of this image either the last time or the time prior to that, when I was on the show, and I was like, oh, let me take a picture of this backdrop with no one standing in front of it because it might come in handy in the future.
Nice. Well done. Well, we may have to put that to use going forward. So, what are you doing, Matt? Now in this, is your kids going crazy or what?
Yeah, it's harder for the I have a 4-year-old Ezra and a 11-month-old now. She's almost going to be a year-old this month. Enid, she doesn't know what's going on. The baby doesn't know what's going on. In fact, she's probably going to benefit from being around both me and her mom 24/7 when she grows up and have the extra time with us. But the 4-year-old who's turning 5 in July, I'm worried about him. I really am worried about him. I think this is the age where, going to school for him, he loved it. And it wasn't the learning. It was he can't do Zoom.
Socialization.
It's the socialization. Yes. Without his friends to run around with. And it's not the same for these kids of this age to get on Zoom and just see each other because, you know what? They don't talk. They don't have conversation about what's happening. They interact and play superheroes or whatever they're into. They can't do that over Zoom or any other, webcam thing. So, he's getting really agitated. I can tell it's really, he just wants to watch TV. When he does go out, he doesn't want to go out, even though this was a kid who loved going out, never wanted to be indoors. I worry he's regressing, to be quite honest.
I am going through the same thing with Saul. It's a little bit different because he has that one, he's on the tail end of that socialization era. So he has the same issue on FaceTime. I can FaceTime with his friends and they basically just look at my Lego. And the other one says, look at my Lego. And then they just turn towards their Legos and don't communicate at all because they don't know how to. Saul has the added the dilemma of having some consciousness of what of the coronavirus and some fear now of other people.
Right.
And
my kid he went out the first time he went out to go to the store with his mom. And he was wearing a mask and he noticed that everyone else was wearing a mask and there were less people out. He got really worried. And I think that's when he realized, he knows about the coronavirus. He calls it the new germ or something like that. But, that's when it really hit him. And I think that might've been the real push for him not to go. Because, now, it's getting nicer out, you don't congregate with people, but go to an open field in a park, spend some time, get some fresh air, some sunlight. He doesn't even really want to do that. And it's getting me worried about him.
Yeah, it's hard. There's going to be generations of kids. At different ages, it's going to impact them in different ways, obviously, but going forward.